I love these types of videos because when I watch them, I get to find new series, and when I make them, I get to talk about ones I feel don't get the attention they deserve. The theme for today's recommendations is ridiculousness, just flat out weird, cruel, off the wall, you get the gist. Let's warm up with something a little light. Astro Baby is written by Shiro Moria. If you guys don't know that name, they made Soloist in a Cage, a short but incredible manga with a gritty atmosphere. Astro Baby is very similar to that. Meteorites have crashed down into a rural town, springing forth the Cooper disease, a pathogen that has infected the people, turning them into cannibalistic monsters. The military has managed to quarantine the town, but unfortunately not all the citizens have been infected, and they're still forced to live there. And the military isn't against wiping them out to contain the virus. Our protagonist Billy is madly in love with a woman that lives there, and through a chain of events, he ends up with her infant child, who he has to get to safety. Now, Billy is also a real ass motherfucker. He's a heroic type of guy, so when he sees a bunch of soldiers about to execute some civilians, he rushes in, and just before they pop him, Billy stands there reflectively like a statue, sculpted from the gods themselves. Yeah, Astro Baby is a little bit strange. Something I glossed over is that Abby, the titular baby, is a Cooper too, with intelligence far surpassing your regular infant. This makes her some absolutely hilarious, albeit outlandish, bits and jokes. And even beside that, the manga is just funny as shit. The author has such a weird sense of humor that honestly clicks with me so much. Sometimes it had me cheesing and chuckling, and other times it had me hype as fuck. The art is fucking amazing. The monsters in here look spooky and horrendous. The fights are brilliantly gruesome. The characters all have very explicit, vibrant, and interesting personalities, especially this VTuber here. Astro Baby is a manga that has both an interesting premise and world and a ridiculous sense of humor, and I think it's very well executed. You guys remember those life hack channels? You remember where they showcase the most utterly useless fucking bullshittery that we still ate up like slop? Well, what if they were real? Bug Ego is the newest manga written by one, the author behind both One Punch Man and Mob Psycho 100, two legendary mangas, so this one must be good, right? In this world, hacks exist, weird little quirks that can alter reality. Now, like that shitty trend, the hacks aren't always useful. There's one that spawns at bird shit when you enter a specific combination on a specific vending machine. There's one that despawns an umbrella and respawns a different one in the same location. Reality bending, oh no, 100%, but not exactly useful. But there's cool shit too, like a hack to make strays instantly friendly, or controlling dust, or turning back time. That last one's a biggie, right? Time travel? Well, the conditions are more than equivalent. But first, let's introduce some context here. Kakudo and Hitojiya are not exactly friends, but more than acquaintances. They're chill with each other. But when Kakudo introduces Hitojiya to the world of hacks, they become much closer, to the point where Hitojiya has full faith in him and his hack knowledge, and is able to gather the balls to perform the time hack. During a solar eclipse, at a specific time, the person must run on school grounds and do a specific nut-ass dance while also being butt-ass naked. Look, I don't care how much I trust someone or how long I've known someone. I'm not just gonna blindly trust in them and do this shit, bro. Because it doesn't work. And this event in Poly Chapter resolves itself in one of the most bizarre fashions I've ever seen out of anything. It's simultaneously dark and harsh, hilariously comedic, heartfelt in a strange way, and most of all, with a twist that struck my gambling instincts. I bet it all on this manga after this first chapter, and it paid back every damn cent. Firstly, the mystery. Who discovered the hacks and wrote them in the notebook Kakuda found? Why are they so scared of them? Who the fuck created them in the first place? How do they work? Why do they work? It's unraveling very slowly, but I'm intrigued every time a little nugget of lore drops. It really feels like an eldritch horror mystery. The hacks themselves get continually crazier, both in terms of designs, which are terrifically horrific, and conceptually bizarre, man. So fucking unique and creative and still hilarious. And the character rating, might be too early to say this, but fucking amazing. Chapter 6 introduces a character with a character arc so fucking good that it's honestly one of the best singular chapters I've read all year and in my life. It is nothing short of magnificent. It is, again, like everything in this manga, weird and bizarre and quirky, but so incredibly pinpoint in what it tries to convey that by the end I was speechless. The 100 girlfriends who really love you is bad Rentaro, a down bad dude with a grand total of 100 rejections. Sakuragi got nothing on this man. One day he goes to the shrine and, in true horny fashion, prays for a girl. This weirdo god shows up and tells him that soulmates exist in this world, two people destined for one another. In addition, he also tells him that for some weird ridiculous reason, he has 100 soulmates in totality. Now, typically a single individual has one, but since Rentaro has 100, if he chooses just one lover, the rest die. So his choice, well, you probably guessed this by now, but that's to be with literally everyone. This is the ultimate harem manga, and it is so committed to its title. At the time of writing this, Rentaro's family, the title for his harem, has reached a count of 32. This manga is the very epitome of a rom-com. Let's talk about those two bits separately. Now, polygamy is a weird topic to speak upon, but 100 Girlfriends makes it romantically work, and that's because of one reason. This motherfucker Rentaro is the greatest boyfriend in existence. No ifs, ands, or buts. These girls are lucky to have Rentaro. I am so serious. This man is a gentleman, a sweetheart, and a monster of self-sacrifice, managing to sacrifice everyone in the harem. He is the one cog in the machine that makes it all work. I cannot stress this enough. This man right here is the husbando of husbandos. Plus, the writing, while ridiculous and silly, can strike a meaningful chord every once in a while. I think Shizuku, the bookworm character, Nano, the cold robotic character, and the mom, yes, even the baddie mom, all have genuine good arcs that I love to witness. But honestly, what's going to hook most of you guys is the other component, the comedy. This is one of the dumbest manga I've ever read, and I love it. The humor is so stupidly extreme, just plain ridiculous. The fourth wall breaks always make me laugh, especially the ones where the characters literally interact with Shueisha, the publisher. The numerous ongoing gags, some will continually pop up in unique waves. The manga seems to just have an endless list of ideas, because unique jokes are still popping up about the same cast. Look, comedy is subjective and all, but I genuinely don't think there's a single chapter I didn't at least chuckle at. This is a magnificently ridiculous manga, and I highly recommend it, as well as every manga I've talked about today. And yeah, if you guys have some other ridiculous manga, just leave it down below. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Peace.